Greetings, salutations, happy Monday, April the 6th. That's right, April the 6th, 2026. A mere 76 days from the official start of summer. And it's a beautiful sunny day, and it should be fairly warm, relatively speaking. I think we've got a night this week, though, that's going to drop below 32 degrees. And that would be Fahrenheit. So it will be below freezing temperature on Wednesday night. And the high is going to be 48 degrees Fahrenheit that day. So next day is going to be 35 overnight, high of 51. So I think it's the last gasp because apparently next week we're going to get into the 80s. So I think I think it's just crazy. Now I know a lot of other places on the West Coast. I know people in Portland, Oregon, and the Willamette Valley there have said it's unusually warm season, warm winter. So I know this hasn't been the same for everybody, but here that's been the case. But before we exhaust ourselves with weather, here's the trivia that you didn't know you couldn't live without. Let's see. On this day in 1868, Brigham Young, the Mormon church leader, married his 27th and last wife. So I wonder how that was ceremony. I don't want to be offensive to my Mormon friends, but 27 wives, that's a lot to handle. For anyone who's in a relationship with one person, 27. That's quite a responsibility. All right. The other thing that happened on this day was in 1930, the bakery manager Jimmy Dewar invented a cream-filled sponge cake, now known as the Twinkie, on this day in 1930. So, what is that? 96 years ago. I wonder if that Twinkie is still edible today, because if they made the Twinkies then like they do now, they could last that long. I suspect that his Twinkie probably expired much sooner than they do now. Gotta love technology, or science, I should say. All right, well, there it is. Now you are made whole. Your mind is fertile and full. And what else is there? So I hope you had a good weekend. Of course, it's been a beat since I was recording. And last week I had an opportunity to go down to Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, to work with an amazing client or clients. It's a husband and wife a couple who run a business, a roofing business, and just amazing people, and had a wonderful time. And I've never been to Oklahoma before, and so that was cool to go to a new state for me. And I had a little bit of time to drive around and kind of check it out. Not much. It was a pretty fast trip. But with the travel and everything and the flights, you're just happy that you can get through security, and that was actually pretty fast. It was in the Tulsa airport, man. I mean, that place is very unlike the Newark or any of the New York area airports. It was so empty that the people at Clear and PreCheck almost were happy to have someone. They were so delighted to have a customer coming in. So I had a good laugh with them, and just sailed through. But even at Newark, I sailed through. I have to say, Clear and PreCheck together, that combination is pretty amazing. So, and with the face recognition software, I mean, they just waved me through, and I stared into a camera, and the gate opened, and I was right in line to go through the security line. So very, very fast. I think it took 5 or 7 minutes total to get through. And there were some pretty long lines. So I was very happy with that. But more importantly, just getting to go down and do I had a remote shoot set up, 2-camera setup with lights and, tripods and mics and all of that. And kind of found the sweet spot of the right equipment that's not overdoing it. To be honest with you, the iPhone Pros, the cameras are so good that I used a Sony camera and I used an iPhone 17 Pro Max It's a phenomenal camera. And there was, for some of the video I shot, the iPhone camera just, it was for that purpose even better. Yeah, it was just cool. It was amazing to set all that up and then still be able to have amazing and really authentic and powerful conversations with people. I was down there interviewing customers, employees, and the owners, and really helping them become an authority in their space. And the way you do that is by storytelling. And storytelling, when you talk about it now, people think of storytelling as, well, you're telling the story and recording it and putting it out into the world. And that's certainly part of it. But it is the act of crafting the stories, of telling them internally, that actually really takes you to that next level. You have to internalize the stories first. And there's a crafting that takes place. And you need help crafting your stories. So it was just so amazing. I mean, in fact, one of their customers was teary-eyed at the end of the conversation about how much she appreciated the company and what they did for her. And so it was just an incredible opportunity to see firsthand the impact of your work. And I think anytime you can do that, love online. Online's great. We can more reach, global clients, global collaboration, all of that. And that's all wonderful. And at the same time, getting to go be in person with clients is just a next level experience. Had a nice dinner with them. So I guess that's my message is, how can we engineer our lives so that we have a healthy balance? For many of us who do work remotely or in a hybrid situation, and so many people do now, it's important to make sure that we're, intentionally bringing in live, in-person, face-to-face meetings, whether it's networking, whether it's whatever, just make sure it's a different quality. It's a totally different quality of exchange. And I'll be remembering it joyfully for years to come. And I know this client is really, we're going to do so much work together. It's really cool. So with that, I'll leave that with you today. That's where we'll leave off. What in-person connection is going to feel you this week? Thanks as always for listening. I really do appreciate it. I know I've been out, and that's just the way it's going to go. So I'll try and keep you posted along the way. Have a great Monday, everybody. Thanks as always for listening. As always, be good to yourself and others, and we'll check back again hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.